resume. So we were discussing regarding this heterostructure. In this, we can observe we have three important layers here. Center one is the active layer through which the within this recombination is taking place, and because of this recombination you are getting the light as the output. So this is important. You are having two junctions here. Okay, so you are using the alloys. No doubt lattice parameters are same, but with a different band gaps. Band gaps different होने की वजह से you are getting the structure. It is possible that you are getting the light. Now, the regions of P, gallium, aluminum, arsenide, that is the first one. You can see we have got 5 different, यहाँ पर P, GaAs है, यहाँ पर P type, Ga aluminium As है, okay, यहाँ पर भी aluminium. ये जो दो structures हैं, you have alloys, and all these three, you have gallium arsenide. So here this is your P type, this is the N type. However, the active layer जो है, it can be P type or N type. Okay, it depends again on the application. So the choosing of this active layer, it can be either P type or N type. So यहाँ पर ये जो दो layers हैं, middle one, this is your alloy layer. So the regions of 1, 2, and 3, they form the double heterostructure. Means I'm talking about these three. This will form the heterostructure. ये जो active layer है and ये जो दो alloys हैं, all together they are creating the heterostructure. The active layer at the center, it can be either P type or N type. It is sandwiched between the two confining layers. ये जो दो alloy वाले layers हैं, we call them confinement layers. So center one is the active layer. You can see I have marked it. This is confinement. This is also confinement. So center one, active layer. These two are the confinement layers. Confinement means what? Yeah, they're acting as boundary, right? They're restricting. The N or P type gallium arsenide with a narrow band gap, it is a sandwich, that is active layer I'm talking about, is a sandwich between the wider band gallium arsenide, aluminum arsenide, that is two confinement layers. Now, how it is working, that I have to understand. So under forward bias, what is going to happen? What is the meaning of forward bias? Here you can see the extended contacts. So I will connect a battery, plus minus, right? So you have P type, P is connected to positive, N is connected to negative. So what will happen? Because of which? Because of this forward bias, they repel, right? Because the charges are of same type. So first what I will do, I will explain you about this positive side, what will happen. Under forward bias, due to the positive potential, we are applying the positive side. Okay, so to that layer, last one, P type gallium arsenide, it will repel. Yeah, there is a repulsion. So how the holes will move? I have given the direction of the holes, how they are moving. Because of the repulsion, they will be moving in this direction. Okay, because of the repulsion, moving, and they are injected or diffused into the N type gallium arsenide layer. Active layer mein they will get diffused. They will move in this direction and they will get diffused from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. It is called diffusion. So they will jump, that is they will be diffused or injected into the active layer. So I am talking about the holes now. Talking about the electrons also, I will explain you. But however, first positive side, what is happening, we will see. Further, these holes, what are there present in the active layer, they are prevented into the next type, because that is very much, that may come into your mind. यहाँ पर holes हैं, positive carriers हैं, they will get diffused here. Okay, so positive carriers will come here. So obviously यहाँ पर negative side है, तो opposite charges हैं, that is the thinking that these will further move. right? However, they will not move because of the barrier potential at the junction J2. So they will be retained in the active layer. Okay, this is happening. We are using two different structures here, gallium aluminum arsenide, which is an alloy. यहाँ पर majority carriers p type में holes हैं, because you are connecting the forward bias pp, that is positive to positive, repulsion takes place, holes will start moving the opposite direction, they will repel. So in the moment they get diffused into the layer, active layer. Okay, now from the active layer further they will not move into the next layer, because at the junction J2 we have a barrier potential, because of which it will not move further, and those holes will be restricted in the active region. So this is happening in the forward bias or at the positive side. Similarly, at the negative side, what may happen? I'm talking about the other side. What may happen here? Negative to negative. So again, repulsion. Majority carriers are the electrons. So electrons will start moving in the opposite direction. There will be a diffusion here from higher to lower concentration. After this, when they are in the active layer, further they will not move to P side, because of the barrier potential at the junction J1. So again, even electrons will be restricted, confined in the active layer. So what these two layers are, how they are helping you, these two confinement layers, they are making the electrons and holes, which are the majority carriers. यहाँ पर holes हैं, they are majority carriers. They will be moving into the active region, and electrons यहाँ से they will move into the active region. So they are getting confined. वहाँ पर restrict हो रहे हैं. That's why they call it confinement layers. Okay. Across the, you can see similarly. Repels the electrons. I have already explained you. Similarly, due to the negative potential, repulsion occurs. The electrons, they will move, they will get diffused into the active layer. And I have not used the word active layer, I've used N gallium arsenide. Okay, but these electrons, they are prevented to the next, moving into the next type, the next p type. क्योंकि opposite charges हैं, तो we expect कि they'll move, but because of the barrier potential at one more junction, they are restricted in the active region. Okay, due to this process, so in the active region, what will happen? Large number of electrons and holes are getting confined. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा वहाँ पर accumulate होंगे, and hence they both are of opposite charges in the active region. What will happen in this active region? These charges, they recombine. Obviously opposite charges hain, so the recombination process takes place. When in the process of recombination, do they lose the energy? That radiation is in the a specific wavelength pe hoga wo. Okay, because that is 4,000 to 8,000 angstrom. Within that range ye hoga. Because of this, light will be visible. Okay, ये recombination process की वजह से आपको light मिलेगा. Okay, this is determined by the band gap of active region. जितना band gap रहेगा materials में, depending upon that, आपका amount of light will be determined. Due to the above structure, what we have seen just now, this gives rise to a higher rate of radiative recombination at in the active region. बहुत सारे electrons and holes, they get accumulated, and mostly the more recombination process takes place. Hence, a brighter LED source we will be getting. Okay, this is about the heterojunction structure I have explained to you. Now talking about the different LED structures जो मैंने आपको बताया है just now, it is a general configuration. Coming to the types of LEDs, we have actually 5 different types. I have listed here: planar LED, dome LED, surface emitting LED, edge emitting LED, and a super luminescent LED. So out of these 5, we will be looking into surface emitting LED and edge emitting LED. Okay. Coming to the surface emitting LED, a method of obtaining high radiance, okay, zyada light aapko chahiye, is to restrict the emission to a small active region. Even you might have observed in the torch, जितना एरिया अवेलेबल कम होगा उतना फोकस या ब्राइटनेस ज्यादा होगा, फोकस ज्यादा रहेगा. तो समथिंग लाइक दैट. आप एक्टिव रीजन जो सेंटर में है, यू कैन सी इन द अर्लियर स्ट्रक्चर, क्योंकि ये जो दो डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ एलईडीज व्हाट वी आर स्टडिंग, बोथ यूजेस दिस हेटेरो जंक्शन, हेटेरो स्ट्रक्चर ओनली, जहां पर सेंटर में एक्टिव रीजन मिलेगा आपको. जितना आप एक्टिव रीजन को कन्फाइन करोगे, रिस्ट्रिक्ट करोगे, उतना आपको व्हाट हायर ब्राइटर सोर्स यू विल गेट. Okay, a method of obtaining high radiance is to restrict the emission of the small active region. So region को आप small करोगे, restrict करोगे within the device. This technique is proposed by Burrows and Dawson. So surface emitting LED, it is also called as Burrows LED, Burrows emission LED. Okay, so don't get confused, it's the name. It is so surface, the structure of this, how it looks like. Again we are using the heterostructure here. Okay, yahan par you can see you have these two confinement layers and center wala jo hai active layer hai. Okay, earlier jo maine structure draw kiya tha, this is horizontally I have drawn. Okay, structure kaise hai, yahan pe p type hai, then alloy hai, then that is confinement region, active region, one more confinement region. Okay, and n type. तो ऐसे मैंने ड्रॉ किया है. In this structure they are drawn vertically. Here you have n type, you have p type, one more layer should come here. I forgot, I guess, p type. Then here you have confinement layer, this here one more confinement layer, at the center active layer. Okay, the structure I have drawn it vertically. So what is happening at the center, active region को हम restrict कर रहे हैं. You can see this is your active region, only a small portion, and this is on a substrate, just to make the light visible. Okay, ये जो है ये end, this red color, this is your light emitting surface. ये surface actually speaking ये ऐसा है substrate. Okay, it is like this. You have seen how the process of the fabrications of many devices we have seen. So etching is a way most commonly used technique. Through etching, right, because of these grooves the distance will be reduced. So अगर आप मैं इसको remove कर देती हूँ, this is called etching. You can see there is an etching here. This इतना part remove कर दिया है, and so that ये जो active region है and ये जो face है दोनों close हो जाएं, and through this the light gets emitted and this light will enter the optical fiber. So here I can connect one optical fiber. Okay, this is the structure I have drawn. This optical fiber is connected to your LED by means of an adhesive epoxy resin. Okay, यहाँ पर डाल दिए तो fix हो जाएगा. And you have the metallization, you know, for contacts, you know, the you need metallization, you need even SiO2, that is silicon dioxide isolation. It is a insulation, right? So these are very common things which you use in any of the fabrication processes, metallization and SiO2 isolation. This is one extra thing you see, that is called heat sink at the lower. This will for longer life you use this heat sink. Coming to the center part, this is your double heterojunction layer.